Hello, in this video we will discuss about the uric acid cycle, that is very important topic. So the uric acid cycle in birds, reptile, insect, it is very important for nitrogen excretion in terrestrial environment in less water. So that is why the birds use less water, reptiles and insect also, and they feed the dry food. So the uric acid excretion required is 1 ml water, 1 milliliter water per gram uric acid excretion. So the requirement of the 1 gram uric acid excretion is 1 ml water. While as compared to on the other hand, the urea, which that is a 50 ml water requirement for 1 gram. So here is the branch chain amino acid, for example, the proteolysis and the muscle breakdown will deamination and transamination to produce the glutamate, glutamine and alanine and other amino acid. So let's begin to understand what is the meaning of this and what is the glutamine will convert again glutamate for different function, and we will discuss also. So let's begin to understand about the catabolism of protein. So after the catabolism of protein, the glutamate formation. So this glutamate formation is very important and produce this glutamate after the proteolysis. So the catabolism. So this glutamate is in the presence of glutamate aspartate aminotransferase enzyme, which that use the aminotransferase transfer of the amino acid from the oxaloacetate to the glutamate. So glutamate convert into the aspartate, and the oxaloacetate will convert into the alpha ketoglutarate, and this is occurring in the Krebs cycle, and this is the catabolism of protein. So this is the oxaloacetate will be converted into the alpha ketoglutarate, which that is also the part of the Krebs cycle. So here is the aspartate formation will be occur after the glutamate. So the glutamate is basically is the production after the deamination and transamination. So this is the transamination, and that is the glutamate will convert into the aspartate. And in this way here is, let's begin to understand, this is the carboxyimidazole ribonucleotide, carboxyimidazole ribonucleotide, carboxyaminoimidazole, sorry. So the carboxyaminoimidazole ribonucleotide, which that is basically uh, SAICAR synthetase enzyme used to ATP used to release phosphate group and ATP, and that is aspartate will be fixed by this compound, the carboxyaminoimidazole ribonucleotide, to form. This is known as the succinyl aminoimidazole carboxyamide ribonucleotide. So this is the succinyl aminoimidazole carboxyamide ribonucleotide formation, and the releasing of the fumarate and release from the fumarate and the adenylosuccinase enzyme used for it to produce the another compound is the aminoimidazole carboxyamide ribonucleotide. It is also known as the ACAR or AICAR. So this aminoimidazole carboxyamide ribonucleotide formation, and this N10 formyl trihydrofolate used to release the trihydrofolate, while the addition of this function basically is the formation the form aminoimidazole carboxyamide ribonucleotide formation. So the pharma amino carboxyamide ribonucleotide formation, and in this way here is you can see this compound is known as the aminoimidazole carboxyamide ribonucleotide. And in this way here is the cyclohydrolase enzyme, which that is used for the cyclic nitrogenous base in the in this manner, and this is the inosine monophosphate formation. So the inosine monophosphate cyclohydrolase enzyme used to release water, and the ring formation is known as the inosine monophosphate. And this inosine monophosphate is the precursor of the DNA repair, nucleotide formation, ATP formation, and ADP, and other things, NADH. So here is basically this is the intermediate uric acid cycle compound, and this is the hypoxanthine phosphoribosyl transferase enzyme used to release the hypoxanthine, the blue color, and the addition of the pyrophosphate. After the addition of the pyrophosphate, the two phosphate group will be added to form a phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate. 5-phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate, because the carbon number 5 contain phosphate group, also the pyrophosphate contain also carbon number 1. So the 5-phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate formation. While in the case of here is the hypoxanthine, this hypoxanthine in the presence of oxygen, so the xanthine oxidase enzyme used to water also use to hydrogen peroxide formation, and this will be catalyzed into the peroxisome, and in this way and form a xanthine. So this is the xanthine formation. After this, again this reaction will be occur to produce uric acid. Uric acid is also known as a ketotautomer. This uric acid is very important for the excretion of nitrogen from our body. Excess nitrogen will be excreted into the urinary system. Human contain lack uric acid cycle, but the bird contain more and more uric acid cycle. So that is why our problem is that the urea cycle will be possible. So here is the glutamine will be added again. This glutamine is the result of the branch chain amino acid proteolysis, the catabolism. So this glutamine will be entered to add water and release the glutamate. So the again glutamate will be released, and this glutamate is used for the production of aspartate or some other compound of the amino acid. If the excess of the amino acid will excrete in the form of uric acid. So here is the PR is the amino transferase enzyme used to produce the P5-phosphoribosylamine. 5-phosphoribosylamine. So in this way, here is a you can understand the pyrophosphate will be released and form a 5-phosphoribosylamine. And in this way you can see the pyrophosphate again cycling manner. While here is the serine. The serine is the amino acid we convert into the glycine in the presence of trihydrofolate released from the N5 and 10 methylene trihydrofolate, and serine hydroxymethylene transferase enzyme used to produce the glycine, and this glycine will be entered into the 5-phosphoribosylamine ribosyl to form. Here you can see the GAR synthetase enzyme and ATP used to produce the glycinamide ribonucleotide. So it is known as the GAR, and this is GAR transformylase enzyme used to N10 formyl trihydrofolate used to release the trihydrofolate, and in this way the formyl glycinamide ribonucleotide formation. Formylglycinamide ribonucleotide formation. So the formylglycinamide ribonucleotide formation. And in this way, here is the glutamine. This glutamine is also used for the conversion by this FGM synthetase enzyme to release the glutamate from the glutamine, and this reaction, and in this way the FGM or formylglycinamide ribonucleotide formation will be occur, and in this way you can see this is a glutamine conversion into the glutamate is very important for the further reaction and further production of amino acid like a glutamate to the aspartate. So here is the formylglycinamide ribonucleotide in the presence of ATP and AIR synthetase enzyme used to produce the amino imirazole ribonucleotide. aminoimidazole ribonucleotide. So aminoimidazole ribonucleotide, which that is converted by the fixation of carbon dioxide. So the carbon dioxide fixed to again produce the carboxy aminoimidazole ribonucleotide. So this is the AIR carboxylase enzyme used for it. So this cyclic manner will be occur and the excess nitrogenous waste will be excreted in the form of uric acid, because the uric acid is the less soluble in water and the requirement of water will be less. So that is why the uric acid adaptation, uric acid cycle adaptation is more in the terrestrial environment. Dry and no more water, and uric acid is important compound for excretion in less water environment in in the body, and preserve the water in our body important, and reptiles, insects, arthropods, birds include in this category, and human will lack. But when we will not drink more water, so the little bit amount of uric acid can be produced. So thanks.